What's up, y'all? Welcome back to MSM Audio. I'm Tim. Thank y'all for tuning in. Today, I wanted to highlight Waves Rbass. I know many of you are already using Rbass, but I wanted to highlight it because I was using it primarily to boost the low end when it's not really what it does. It adds harmonics to the frequencies that you choose and creates, a texture, a unique texture for your low end. And I wanted to just get into the differences and how that sounds as opposed to just EQing the low end for a bit of a boost. So I have a kick here, and before I start, as you see, really simple, easy user interface, which I always love. You have your frequency option here, intensity, where you can adjust the amount of harmonics to add, your gain control, your original bass parameter here, where you can toggle in or out the original bass in the signal so you can hear it. You can hear the harmonics either with the original bass, or you can take the original bass out and just hear the harmonics that have been added. So I have this kick, and when I hear it, automatically I'm gonna take out some of that top end. But for those sub frequencies, that sounds pretty good to me right now. But I do want to add a little bit more to the bass frequencies and make it sound a little bit more fuller. So I'm gonna turn on R bass, and comes in pretty hot. So you might want to just turn the intensity down. I usually turn it down to about -10, and already you can hear the difference. So let's just bypass it so you can hear those harmonics added. Now the default is set to about 80 hertz. So I'm just gonna do a sweep and find exactly where I want to add those harmonics. So um, I'm just gonna start in the sub bass. Let's go down to 35. Okay, let's go to 60, which is another sweet spot for me. Okay, but I'm wanting to go in the bass frequency. So let's go to 90. Now, it's a little high for me, so I'll go maybe about halfway in between 60 and 90. So let's go to about 75. All right, that sounds much better to me. So I would probably stay there and then continue on EQing and making any other additional changes. So let's bypass it. So all the frequencies below 75 will have those harmonics added, and then you can take out the original bass to hear just the harmonics taken out from below 75. Then you can add that bass back in along with to hear both the original bass and the harmonics. So now I want to show the difference between just EQing and adding harmonics with R bass. So let me bypass R bass. So let's hear it, the original signal. Let's add R bass. Now I'm gonna bring in Pro Q3, and I got the frequency set to around 75, same frequency. I boosted maybe a dB or two. Looks like about 3. I adjusted my Q, so let's hear how the EQ boost sounds as opposed to when the harmonics are added. And the original signal. So we got original, EQ boost, and those harmonics added, right? So it gives a little bit more texture and fullness as opposed to just EQing and boosting those frequencies. So it definitely takes your low end to the next level, and then again you can continue, shaping as needed. So again, wanted to highlight R bass, not just a booster. It takes whatever frequency you choose, adds those harmonics, and gives your low end a nice, unique, textured sound. Thank y'all for tuning in. Stay positive, stay purposeful, stay creative, stay confident. Most of all, keep going. See you on the next one. MSM Audio.